So I'm talking about empaths today. What are empaths and how do you know if you are one? Empaths tend to glom together. I'm an empath, so I'm going to attract a lot of empaths. So most people in this group are going to be empaths. And one of the easy ways to know whether you're an empath is if you can't handle being in really crowded places for a long time. If it exhausts you, if it makes you sick, if you have to crawl back to your home and like coop up for a few hours so that you can regain your composure, we call it empaths. And an empaths are our natural healers of the psychic world. You don't have to be an empath to be psychic. The two are not necessarily coming together, but often that's the case. An empath not only senses energies and emotions, they actually feel the energy and the emotions. So you will pick up on somebody's energy and you won't just be able to say, oh, I can sense their energy. No. You feel it. You get all up in that. It gets all into your body, into your being. Same thing with people's emotions. You're going to feel them. You're gonna see somebody crying and feeling sad. You're gonna start crying too. You can't handle scary movies or sad movies, or you feel everything. You feel all the joy. It can be really challenging for an empath to differentiate their own feelings from other people's feelings. And it's just something that you have to learn. You have to ask the question, is this mine? It's not going away. Is this mine? Whose is this? If it's yours, you'll be able to purge it and bring it through and find some relief. If it's not yours, it tends to stick around and linger and you can't find any relief until you actually say, is this mine? And then it'll be real clear. Oh, no, I can get rid of that, and then you can let it go. So being an empath is challenging, okay? It means that you're not only dealing with your own emotions and your own energy and the universal energies, you're dealing with everybody else's too. Super challenging, right? But also really beautiful. You are so needed because you are the healers. And as a healer, you have to be able to feel that. You have to be able to feel other people's emotions, other people's energies, even sometimes other people's physical ailments, because that is the ultimate diagnosis, isn't it? When you can experience it firsthand just like the other person. So, empaths are important. I love you. And the reason I'm doing this video is because empaths can have a very difficult time in relationships with other people. And I was having a conversation with a dear friend of mine earlier today. She got horribly taken advantage of by somebody. She's an empath. She's a bleeding heart like all of us, right? Somebody came along with their sob story. Hi, I'm a single mom. I really want to do this work. I'm really talented. I need help. My friend sent her a computer. Well, it wasn't an expensive computer, but she went, oh my God, I can see your potential. You're amazing. Let's get on there and let's get you sorted out. Well, a few days later, my friend saw this woman selling that computer in another group to get cash for it. And that wasn't okay. So my friend and I were having this discussion and going, whoa, what happened there? An empath is amazing at seeing people's potential. You can see where people can go. And where we can get stuck is we forget to look at people where they are right now. Not what they can be, but where they are right now. And so what happens as an empath, we'll keep attracting those kind of people to us until, thunk. I know this from experience. I've experienced it myself, being taken advantage of. So the things that an empath really needs to watch out for in their life is getting into codependency, feeling like you have to take care of everything. And that's what tripped up my friend here. Empaths, the natural codependence of the psychic world. Because we are. We're like, oh, I'm the healer. I can do everything. And you can, but you can't. That's not what you're here for. Let people reveal themselves before you dive in to save them. When you feel like you want to dive in and save somebody, stop. That's codependency, okay? We all know what that feels like, and we all know we have a propensity to get caught up in that. So the other thing that empaths need to watch out for is being bullied. It's easy for us to get backed into a corner and be bullied and be really taken advantage of. Because we can feel other people's emotions and feel other people's energies, and we confuse it for ourselves, and then we might have that reinforced when somebody projects their shit onto us, and then we can actually feel what they're projecting onto us and we really think it's our own. Empaths are in a position where they're easily bullied. The other thing that empaths deal with is exhaustion. We talked about having a hard time being in crowds earlier, so having a hard time being with other people and constantly taking on other people's energy, constantly, bowing to what another person needs. Empaths get into exhaustion and depression very easily. Physical pain, physical Weight gain can be a part of being an empath as well, because you're trying to sort of subconsciously, you're physically trying subconsciously to protect yourself from the onslaught of energies around you. I mean, what can you do? What can you do to be okay with this, to fix this, to be a better empath? We need you, empaths, to bloom and be the best that you can be. So the first thing, energetically, you can ground yourself. Grounding yourself brings you back into your body. Your body, okay? That's where you belong, not this other people's crap. You. And that's a big part of clearing out other people's energy, is just to ground yourself. The other thing you could do, pull cords, baby. This is how I do it. I take the cord, you can feel it energetically, especially if you're an empath, and you yank it out by its roots. Some people like to cut cords. That's really the common way to do it. In my experience, I feel like when I cut cords, it feels like there's some residual that's left over. So my way is I yank it out like I'm yanking out roots out of my system. Just the minute you start to feel heavy and you start to feel icky and you start to feel inundated, boom, yank it out. And then something I learned in a Reiki class that I did was a dry shower, they called it, which I found to be incredibly helpful. And that's just wiping yourself off, wiping the energies off. So that's the energetic way to do it. But how else can you do it? You need to shed crap-tastic beliefs. A lot of these are inherited. A lot of these are inherited from parents. Oftentimes we will have empathic moms or empathic fathers who don't know about their gifts and don't know how to manage their gifts, and therefore can't teach you how to manage your gifts. So we inherit these beliefs that like we have to take care of everything, or like we're the rock, or whatever it is. And the way that you do this is you take energetic responsibility for the suffering in your life that is the result of being an empath, when you're taken advantage of, when you're bullied, whatever that is. And that is not the same as saying you are at fault. You're not. It is not your fault. It is not your fault. You can be not to blame and still take energetic responsibility, because now we're here and we're saying, wait a minute, I have the power here. I have the energetic power to shift my life to massively shift my life, so that I don't even cross paths with the people who are going to take advantage of me or to bully me or to, be strong on me in any way. You don't even have to deal with those people once you're able to take energetic responsibility. So my friend who taken advantage of by that girl when she bought her a laptop and then she went and sold it and was being shady, my friend gets to sit there and go, oh, that sucked. And that does suck. And it's not okay. It's not okay in any way. She gets to sit there, feel her feelings completely, feel how much it sucks, let her feel her own feelings about it, and then, okay, what does this show me about where I'm at energetically, where I'm at vibrationally? It is not her fault that she bought this woman that laptop and then she turned around and tried to sell it and, make a buck off of it. Who knows what she was doing? Who knows what her motives were, but it felt awful to my friend. That is not her fault. She came at it with kindness in her full empath, right? But now what is her energetic responsibility? Okay, interesting. How did I energetically bring that person into my life? And what is that showing me? And this isn't about blame. And this isn't about judgment. It's not judgment for my friend. It's not judgment for this woman who went and did this shady thing with a laptop, with this gift that had been given to her. It's not about judgment. It's about energetic understanding and energetic responsibility. Where can we take that responsibility? Not blame ourselves, not castigate ourselves, not judge ourselves, not even judge or blame or castigate the other person, but bring it back to self and say, okay, let me feel the energy here. What does this feel like? Do I like this energy? The minute you can feel and understand the energy sitting in front of you, you can change it. Just like that. It takes no time at all. Moving forward, taking control of that energy, understanding that energy and have that energy dynamic at play, now you can trust your first hit. Every single time someone comes into your life who treats you badly, who does something weird and shady, who takes advantage of you, who bullies you, or whatever it is, who creates codependence within you, whatever that is, you know it within the first 5 seconds of meeting that person. You know whether that is an energetic match or not. And this is not about them being a bad person or a good person. This is about you knowing whether it's an energetic match or not. First 5 seconds. You have got to learn how to pay attention to that and stop talking yourself out of it, because empaths, we're the bleeding hearts, man. We love everybody. We see everybody's potential. You got this, But within the first 5 seconds, you know where they are at. This woman who took advantage of my friend, talented psychic. talented healer maybe. That doesn't necessarily mean that there's integrity there. And that's something that, especially when we're opening up to our gifts, being empathic and being psychic and what have you, it's very easy to feel like we are showing up in integrity and are in awe of these gifts. Therefore, you must be too. And that is not necessarily the case. And the reason I wanted to come on and talk about this in this group is because, unfortunately, this group is a breeding ground for that kind of advantage, people taking advantage of other people in that way. We are easy prey when we are coming into our gifts, when we're still sort of unsure and wobbly like this. And it's easy for people to come in and latch onto us. It's happened to me. It happened to my friend. And as I was talking to my friend, I went, oh, we need to just make people aware of this. And that doesn't mean that everyone's trying to come out and trying to get you. It doesn't mean anybody who's not doing well is taking advantage of you. But what do you need to watch out for, okay? Trust those first 5 seconds. That first impression, that's your hit. Energetic match, yes or no. It's not a judgment call. It's not about whether it's a good person or a bad person. Trust it. Look out for being asked for things like money or gifts, or maybe not even outright ask, but sort of, oh, if only I had a laptop, I could get my business up and running, but I just can't afford it. And then you offer that to the person and they immediately say yes. When people offered to buy me things or give me money or something, I say no. I will take gifts from my family or people I've known for a very long time, but there's a codependency that's very easy to create there. And it's not that you're going into this going like, consciously going, well, I can save this person. You're going into it with that beautiful empath heart. Look out for the sob stories. Look out for people who are not taking energetic responsibility like you are. People who feel like there's a blaming that can happen, or, oh, my circumstances, or, oh, if only I had this. When those people show up and you want to give because you're a freaking wonderful person and you're an empath and you're a healer, I just want you to pause. Just pause and check in. Wait. What does this energetically feel like? Let's take my emotions out of it. Let's take their emotions out of it that I'm bombarded with. Ground yourself. What does this really feel like? Is this really necessary? Because here's the thing. If you want something, you will manifest it. If they want something, they will manifest it. They will get into energetic alignment with them. They are better served by working with you as an empath to get into energetic alignment, because you can feel when they're out of whack. It's not about buying them things. It's not about sending them money. It's not about even being a shoulder to cry on for extended periods of time. These are not the things that will help them. You as a healer can help them get into energetic alignment. When I do sessions with people, when I do intuition trainings with people, you know how I help people? I turn on the empath and I tell them where they are energetically, and I just guide their energy, and then they lock in and they blow their mind. Okay? Then they can tap in and connect. That's your gift as an empath. All right? So be aware. This is about staying safe and taking those gifts, those empath gifts, and blossoming and blooming with it. And that's what I want to help you to do. And I don't want to see anybody get taken advantage of. I don't want to see your core rocked like that, because we need that sweetness inside you. We need that to stay alive and stay burning bright, because you, healer, are here to heal the world. All right? Forgive yourself for mistakes. Forgive yourself for an energy misalignment. Stay out of judgment, pop your identity out of it, and just witness what's going on. And then you can make that shift. I love you to death. Thank you for jumping on. If you have questions, pop a comment below. I will get to you and answer your questions for you.